Taylor Swift regularly makes history on the Billboard charts. In fact, it seems like almost every week she breaks some record or accomplishes something that no other musician has managed. This week, she matches a feat that only she has been able to make happen on the charts. And it wasn't long ago she became the first artist to do. On this week's top album sales chart, Swift fills 7 spaces inside the top 10. That means that the singer-songwriter claims 7 of the top 10 best-selling albums in the U.S. this frame. These aren't the most consumed titles in the country, of which she still manages several, but rather on the ranking of the releases that actually sold the most copies. This frame marks just the second instance in history in which one musician has occupied 70% of the top 10 on the top album sales chart. The first time this happened was earlier this month, when Swift managed the same showing. Swift earns another turn at number 1 on the top album sales chart with her latest offering, 1989, Taylor's Version. The set has now ruled the ranking for 6 non-consecutive turns throughout the 11 weeks it's been present on the list. This past tracking period, it sold another 16,600 copies, according to Luminate. The Grammy champion occupies the entire top 3 on the top album sales chart yet again. As 1989, Taylor's Version, rules, Midnights and Folklore land at No. 2 and 3, respectively. Those projects sold 11,000 and 9,800 copies, respectively. Swift nabs a 4th placement inside the top 5 with her 2019 release Lover. That set sold 9,200 copies last week. The next 2 spots also belong to Swift, as Speak Now, Taylor's Version, sits at number 6 with little more than 6,800 copies sold, while Evermore lands at number 7 with more than 6,500 purchases. The top 10 is bookended by Swift, as she also sits at number 10 on the top album sales chart. Red, Taylor's Version, dips slightly to last place inside the highest tier on the tally. That re-recording sold another 5,600 copies in just the U.S. Swift almost bested her own most impressive showing on the top album sales chart this week, with an 8th simultaneous top 10 bestseller. Fearless, Taylor's Version, appears at number 11, missing the highest arena by just 1 space. That title sold a little more than 5,400 copies last frame.